Social Selling Squad, what's up? This is Ruben, and in today's video, I will teach you exactly how to use my 3C's conversational selling flow to generate leads on demand on LinkedIn without coming across as a total creep. So let's jump right in. Here on the left, we have three different organic traffic sources because, as you know, as social sellers, we focus on generating leads and sales organically, so without ads or paying for traffic through search engines. And I've distinguished three different traffic sources. The first is what I call true inbound. And this is when someone approaches you. So they send you a connection request, for example, with, hey, Ruben, I've seen one of your posts or some of your posts. I'd be interested in learning more about how we can work together. Or someone that's already connected to you that sends you a message like that. The second is what I call inbound-led outreach. And a more common term is warm outreach. I just don't really like the term, so I use inbound-led. And this is basically when someone starts following you, engages with your profile, or engages with your content, and you start a conversation based off those triggers. And then you have, of course, cold outreach. This is when you reach out to someone who has never heard of you, has never seen you, doesn't even know you exist. Now, cold outreach and true inbound, they right away go into the conversation. When it comes to inbound led, there's first an action. So the actions are the triggers that I just mentioned, right? Someone engages with your content or your profile. That is the action, the trigger for you then to start a conversation. To really quickly break down the three C's, it stands for connect, converse, convert. And it are the three phases that you apply to any sales-oriented conversation. So of course, before you have this conversation, you need to connect with someone. And connecting doesn't just mean getting your connection request accepted. It also means that you open the conversation. So let me go into it right away. You open the conversation. So you open the person up to talk to you, open the person up to talk to you because you are, in some cases, when it comes to cold outreach, a complete stranger. And in other cases, sure, they maybe know who you are, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are super keen on talking to you. So what you have to do is you have to open the other person up to want to talk to you. And so you do that by, for example, not pitching and not coming across as a total creep. The next stage in the connection phase is that you want to make an assist. So you want to position the conversation in a way that's easy to transition to a business topic. What you see happening a lot with people that are not really proficient yet with their DM game, it's that they have this chit chat, a whole lot of chit chat, right? And in the back of their mind, they want to pivot to a business topic and see if they can help the other person or pitch, but it never comes to that. And the conversation naturally dies because you're like, this is not really going anywhere. The other person is like, this is not really going anywhere. Conversation dies. So the way you end or the way you want to end the connection phase is by opening the door to talking about business. Then we have the converse stage. And the converse stage is all about making sure that the person you're talking to is someone you can help, but doing it in a natural way, by having a natural conversation. So you cannot just send a questionnaire or send question after question after question and the person answer it and you qualify them. So you come out of the connect phase and you transition to a business topic. So in my case, it's lead gen. So I would start asking questions about how lead gen is going for them. So that will be my transition into the converse stage. And the whole goal here is again to qualify them. I want to make sure that this is a person that needs some help and wants some help with lead generation on LinkedIn. If they want anything else, they want better content, they want a six-pack app, right? They want to find their dream partner. If that is the problem that they have, I cannot help them. And therefore, it makes no sense to get them on a call because I value my time, I value your time. And so it's really important to only get on calls with people that are qualified, right? That have a problem that you can solve. If you qualify someone, the next thing you want to do is convert. And so in a lot of cases, that means getting them on a sales call. Of course, you have flows that are selling flows without a sales call, and they are effective. But for most of us, we have a sales call. And so what you want to do is after qualification, you want to transition. You want to ask if they are open to help, or if you can map out a strategy with them together to fix their XYZ problem. After qualification, you never want to talk too much because you can talk yourself out of the deal, basically. It's just like if you get a girl's number and you keep talking to her at the bar, she loses interest. The same thing can happen in the DMs. So book the call or suggest the call and book it. I prefer not to use software, so I say, hey, are you available Thursday this time or Friday that time? And most people are. It's also a good way of qualifying how interested they are. If you add a link to your calendar, it's friction. They have to click it, fill in their name again, write email address. It's friction. So if you want to use a scheduling tool, ask them for their link. But my preference always is to just manually book in the call. I ask for their email, validate like, hey, did I get the time right? And that's it. And then the last thing, this is something new. Once the call is booked, maybe a day before the call, or maybe a few hours after booking the call, I send them a resource to make them more interested in meeting with me. Because I book a lot of calls through cold outreach, so people are more inclined to ignore me or not show up. And so sending a resource, a case study, or maybe a deck with some strategies really helps in getting them more interested in hopping on a call with me. So this is the whole breakdown of the 3Cs model and how to use it for yourself. Sorry for that. If you need any help with implementing this, feel free to drop me a line and let's talk and see if I can help. Cool, social sellers, talk soon. I'm out. Peace.